Hello everyone, I'm really glad to be back here today. About a week ago you wouldn't have recognized me. I had some kind of terrible illness. The doctor said it was a form of pneumonia. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, I had heavy doses of penicillin and here I am. But thank you so much for your notes of well wishes, and I definitely have recovered. I feel much better. You can probably hear my voice is a little bit affected, but not badly, so I felt safe in making a video. And I'll begin by answering some of the comments and remarks about American rifles, because the viewers that I have are from around the world, and it's probably true that American rifles may seem to be simplistic, and a couple of people use the word primitive, but I think you have to bear in mind that when some of these designs, like the Winchesters and John Browning's amazing designs, were invented and put into production, America was different from every other place on earth. There were no repair facilities. The factories were far away. The concept was you make a gun that works on the frontier, and it needs to work hopefully all of the time, because to get it fixed is a big deal. So the focus, I think, was on reliability, accuracy, the usual things that firearms ought to include. And some of these firearms were the Winchesters that obviously John Browning was involved with, and the Marlin. And these guns were everything that they needed to be, and included not many parts. So this was what people were talking about. There aren't many parts, and not many parts is a good thing. Some of these straight pull bolt actions and other designs from other parts of the world, they sure are interesting, and I like them as anybody would. But a lot of parts is not a great feature, and sub-assemblies and so forth. The best is few parts, and I mean, if you can get under 10, excellent, so long as no other aspects of the firearm are compromised. Anyway, enough talking on that. The main subject of this video is Marlins, and I have a Marlin 336 in 30-30, and then I have another one in 444. I guess they call it the Marlin 444. And people were writing, some were asking me to point out that you can remove the lever and bolt from a Marlin, which you can't do in all lever actions. So please make a video. So I did that, and here we have on the table a Marlin 336 in 30-30, and you've seen this Marlin before. And all you have to do is remove that screw with a screwdriver that's properly fitted. So I mean, it's kind of a nice knife. I call them knife blade screwdriver. That's what the British call them. I filed this one down. It needs to be narrower, by the way. You don't want to mark up the edges. So you back off on this screw, and I guess if you guys are right, a lot of Marlin owners have owned these guns their whole lives, and they don't know that the following is true. So I've backed off on this screw prior to filming, so you don't have to watch me unscrew this thing. And you just take that screw out, and it's that easy. I just turn the screw. You open the bolt, and you have the bolt approximately here. So you can see the extractor here, the spring, and align it with the screw hole in the lobe. And then you simply remove the lever, and this is not like facilitated for filming, it's that simple. Because there's upward pressure from the hammer, pull it back on the hammer a little bit, and there you have your bolt. I mean, it's a remarkable design. It's this arm. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but it's this arm that fits into a slot on the bottom of the bolt, and that slot works the action back and forth. Sorry, it's right here. And now in this case, I've decided I was going to put a square lever on this 444 for no particular reason. Sometimes I switch things around just for fun. And I tried this before filming. It fits in no problem. And to put the bolt back in, very simple. Push it back in from the rear. Hold the hammer down. Get everything lined up, and you'll see it slides back in without any effort. And I haven't decided whether I'll really go through with this square lever or put the round one I think the square kind of will look good. And then replace the screw after you've lined everything up. This will go through into the lever, and the job is done. And so why do that? Well, some of the people that wrote me pointed out that the Marlin is unique. You can clean from the breech, which is safer and better, and if you're doing anything else, it's not a bad idea to be able to get that bolt out. So I would say that's pretty simple. So that is it, a very short video that maybe is useful to Marlin owners and other people who might be thinking of buying Marlins. In addition to all the other attributes of this amazing rifle, you can also take the bolt out with, I would call that effortless. And somebody might ask me, where did you get the levers? So I like a lot of you, I go to gun shows, and this was sitting, it's brand new. I don't know why somebody took it out. Maybe somebody ordered it and didn't use it. I paid $20 for it, so I thought, well, if I decide to do something with Marlins one day, so it's kind of nice to have, and not that much to have tied up in a lever. So that's about it, and please subscribe. That's very important, and then join me on Patreon. It's not a big deal to join Patreon, very easy. Makes a big difference, and if I'm understanding you, and I think I am, then what I'm trying to do here, what I'm trying to convey about firearms and firearms ownership is maybe a little different from all the other gun sites out there, but naturally it takes quite an investment in time and money on my part, so I need your help. I wouldn't be asking for it if I didn't. And I guess that's about it. So we're going to leave the Marlins now, and don't underestimate these guns. It's great they're still being made, or being made again, by whatever corporate entity. They seem to be pulling their quality control back up, and they're superb firearms. It's just remarkable that America came up with, and I attribute the achievement to the country, even if it's just an individual, but that came up with the invention. Anyway, that's a lot of talking, probably enough. But if you can buy a Marlin, buy one, and now you know that you can take the bolt out, and it's a great rifle. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again shortly.